Hello everybody, it's Aaron. Welcome back to Unabridged. So Sice found these trees. They're Lata trees, Lata, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they look kind of funny. They're very top heavy. I've been using them for charcoal for my mana production. And each one of these, we'll just look. I have no charcoal in my inventory right now. Let's chop one down. I usually end up with like a stack of saplings and a few stacks of charcoal. When I say a few, I mean like between 4 and 6. I do have lapis on this lumber axe, so that helps a little bit. Did I get it all? No, I did not. I need to put a terra steel on this ring, the magnet ring, so it increases the range. So this is all the charcoal I got just from that one tree, which is pretty awesome. So let's deal with this. And then I need to start working on something. I have not decorated the room with the power and the machines. I still have yet to make most of the machines that we're going to need. But I need to do something because this black tower was built by Monkey Puzzle. And man, that punk, like, I finally build something that I think is pretty cool. And then 50 blocks away, he builds that awesome thing. But what it is, it's an Enderman spawner. There's an Enderman spawner way up there from a roguelike dungeon. And there's a piston with some wireless redstone to move cursed earth underneath it to spawn and despawn the Enderman. There's the Vento Lotus, something like that. Whatever the flower is that keeps Enderman from teleporting, Vinculotus, it uses mana. So what we need to do is make a way to turn the mana on and off, or rather feed it charcoal when it needs more mana. And Buildcraft Gates will do that. So I think I've got about everything that we need to make an assembly table and some lasers. I had to put in an elevator because every time I came up the ladder over here, if there was a creeper, it would blow up. It happened a couple times and I didn't really like it. So let's get a gold gear. I think I have some gold in here. I made the gear cast just because normally to make a diamond gear it would cost 4 iron, 4 gold, or 1 iron and 4 gold depending on how you make the gear, and then 4 diamonds, but this kind of skips the beginning stages of it. So let's make probably 3 lasers. This is going to take a few minutes. It's not I'll do 3. I need to save some diamonds for the digital miner. Okay. And this is going to be a temporary setup. So I'm just going to run the cable right here. And I'll put the assembly table down on the ground here. Once I have a chance to build up the room a little bit, I'll figure out where to put this thing and figure out how to turn the power on and off, since these things bleed a little bit of energy all the time. So we need to make a basic gate and we need to make a structure pipe. And a basic gate is just red pipe wire and a redstone chipset. Probably easy enough. Let's click that and it should start working. There we go. It's got to store up some energy in the table, I guess. So we need to find out how to make the pipe wire as well. Iron, redstone, and then some kind of red dye. This thing, I've done this before. If you're not familiar, when it's done making this chipset, it'll actually just spit it out. if you put a chest next to it, it'll put it in a chest. Or some inventory. Let's see, I've got redstone. The iron is downstairs. We need something red. Here's a mystic red petal. We can make the little crusher thing. Actually, I don't even need that wood. I think it's like that. Maybe it's 2 of them. Maybe it's stone. Who knows? Let's look up powder. Oh, it's, I was close. There we go. So we should get a powder out of this. Good. We'll just leave this in the project table. Still not used to having an elevator. While I'm at it, Brink was nice enough to give me a stack of Certus and about 15 charged Certus. And when my pick is leveled up to Fortune 3, I will fortune all of those. And then that'll be really good. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Stop. Okay. Since there are recipes that require the same ingredients, if you click that thing so it's not highlighted, it won't start making a chipset before you have all your ingredients in there. So we want to make red pipe wire. That one happens very quickly. So I'm just gonna knock these down because I don't think we're gonna need them for anything else at the moment. We're gonna need one of these, and we're gonna need a redstone conduit. I probably should have made this stuff before the episode, but I got the 2nd tier capacitor. So we'll make 12 of these. It shouldn't take that long, really. I'll be back when these are cooked. I actually forgot to cook up my gate. I forgot I got to put the chipset and a pipe wire in here. So I'll be back when this is done, because this should take longer than the redstone ingots. Okay, everything is done. I got the gate and I've got this redstone alloy. One more thing, we're going to need to make a structure pipe, which is cobblestone, transport pipe, and gravel. I think. Yep, just one of each. Shouldn't be a problem. And this one goes really quickly, just like the red pipe wire. Doesn't take a lot of energy. Looks like I'm lagging a little bit when I go to click an inventory. Is that just, oh, I don't have to put it in there. Good. Okay, so that's everything I think we're going to need. There's already a hopper and an open crate over there. We're going to need to turn this into the actual conduit. So let's do that. We got a bunch of them. So let's run over there. I'll show you the spawner, and then we'll go underneath it and hook this up. Hopefully Sice is not over there killing Enderman right now. All right, so here we are. It's a really nice looking tower. I really like it. We've got wireless redstone. When you flip the lever, the receiver turns on, and there's a piston that moves a cursed earth under the spawner. So they start working. They drop so many blocks. We've got this flower that keeps them from teleporting. And then there's another one somewhere that poisons them. It might be on that grass block. So this is quite something. It looks like he just used some red alloy wire. not a big deal. So I'm going to have to modify this a little bit. Hopefully he doesn't mind. And then once I've done this, we're going to have to Enderman proof it down here so the guys can't come down here and steal the grass blocks. So our mana pool is not situated in a very good location at the moment. It might not look very pretty down here. I'll hook it up and demonstrate the concept, and then if Monkey wants to change it, he can make it a little prettier for his liking. So this gate, if it's under a mana pool on a structure pipe, you see the mana things, right? What we want to do is set it to mana full in Redstone Signal. And how I set this up in my test world, I actually ran the redstone conduit right underneath the pressure plate. So if this thing has coal or something in it, the way it works is the coal hits the pressure plate and it turns off the hopper until one of the endo flames eats it. And then the redstone signal goes away and the hopper drops another one. So if we run this pipe, this redstone conduit underneath the pressure plate, if there is a block on it, it will trigger this redstone conduit to turn off the hopper. At the same time, if this mana pool is full, it sends a redstone signal, so that turns the hopper off as well. It's kind of like an OR gate, I guess, something like that. So let me dig out under here a little bit, and I will have to fill it all in. I think I need to go down one more block. Yes, over one, down one. And let's put some light on it. Okay, here we are. So we're going to get rid of the red alloy wire. And we're just going to run this underneath. And I'm not sure if I want that to go right there. It will probably be okay, but that's not how I want to do it. So let's get our crescent hammer. Okay, so I'll just run it. If I can get out of here. Like that. And if we change this to space for mana, you see the thing turned on and now it's red. I don't know if you can really tell, but trust me, it is. If we take that away, see it went off, you can barely see it behind my HUD and stuff. So we'll do mana full, redstone signal. That thing goes under here. We'll connect it on this side, and I'm just going to come straight up. And we can always get some of that, the Ender IO facades. So if I step on this, it also turns this on. So it's kind of like an OR gate. So if we put charcoal in here, the charcoal will continue to drop. And once the mana pool is full, the redstone signal will be tripped on that end, and then the hopper will stop. So it's going to take a long time to fill up, so it's not something that I can really demonstrate. Let me take off my magnet ring. I'm going to suggest to him that we put just charcoal in there, because you don't want to eat a whole block if there's only like a sliver of mana missing from the mana pool. So here's our hopper. We'll put all those in there. And apparently it's high enough that it drops 2 at a time, which isn't a huge deal. So the other way we could do this is we could run the redstone conduit to an Ender IO item conduit, and it'll only pump items to, I'm not sure if it'll accept, if the open crate will accept items from the conduit, but we could pump them into a chest on top of the hopper so that the hopper doesn't always stay full of things, because I've heard that causes lag. I don't know how true that is. That will also allow us to just put a chest right here, and we can just run conduit under the floor. I don't think he has a trap door over here for access to the hopper, but then again, I'm not really sure about that. He very well may. I don't know. But that is how we're going to keep these things fueled and this thing full. People have been donating charcoal, and you can use any kind of solid fuel, you know, blaze rods, wood, charcoal, it doesn't matter. But the point of it is that this turns off the hopper, and this will also turn off the hopper. Hey guys, welcome back. I had to make a small adjustment to this, and the reason was because we really didn't anticipate how often this thing was going to not be full. There was a lot of flickering back and forth. Even just sitting right here, you can see like it's missing just a sliver. So what I did, I made an RS latch. It's basically a NOR latch. And the way it works, I've got another gate in addition to the one we already had. This one sends a redstone signal when the pool is empty. This one sends a redstone signal when the pool is full. And this latch will flip to one side or the other depending on whether the pool is empty or full. So now that it's red on this side, if it gets any more redstone signals over here, it's not going to do anything until it gets a redstone signal from the other side. So that thing should be dropping stuff. It is. So this will flicker a little bit, not a big deal. As soon as the mana pool fills up, which it just did, this thing flipped. It's not full anymore though. So if I hadn't set this up, it would be going on and off and on and off. So now what'll happen is once the pool completely drains, this one will flip, which we just simulated like that. It'll start dropping stuff. Of course, the pressure plate will still turn this on when there's something on it. But when the pool is full again, it'll toggle back. So I've used this before with big reactors and stuff like that. And Monkey Puzzle and I were talking about this, and he suggested a Statecell, which I'm not really that familiar with. So I decided to do it the way that I am familiar with and use an RS latch. So this will finally conclude this build, I believe. It's pretty rad. If we, I don't think I turned it on yet. It's been a day or two since I recorded that last episode, and I thought I was done. But we flip the lever, we get some Enderman. This thing starts working. And let me kill one more. Hopefully that's not too loud. Some of them have a ton of HP because I think they're special mobs. So we can see this thing is draining. I could try to maybe put a little bit in my mana tablet, but I've got enough room that I don't know that we're really going to be able to see. And I just noticed this looks like it may be blocking, but it looks like it's hitting it. So I'm going to leave that for now because it seems to be working okay. So the only thing I've left to do, I'm going to open the Elven Gateway in the next episode. I'm going to make a better mana spreader because one mana spreader is not enough for all these endo flames. So I'm going to put some blocks in here and make this look similar to what it did before I butchered it. So that'll do it. If you have any comments, I know you probably will. Please leave them down below. Questions, anything like that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.